Hello and welcome to our fourth video blog covering our adventures in the south of Spain. In this adventure we hop across international borders and visit the English colony of Gibraltar, located at the southern extreme of the Iberian Peninsula. Just to recap, we are halfway through our travels in our 10-day trip, and we have got the family event out of the way and we've just finished our adventures in Sevilla.
Here you can see Gibraltar in the distance as we approach. We ended up arriving via BlaBlaCar, which ended up being very useful to us. He dropped us right at the Línea de Concepción is what it's called, the conception line, essentially the border. Okay, so we just got dropped off at the border between Spain and Gibraltar, which is the English peninsula part of Spain. And the guy who dropped us off, in the last 5 minutes before he did, told us that there's places that are so dodgy here where 20 guys will jump in the middle of the day. So this should be fun. And that the monkeys on the Rock of Gibraltar will probably steal our phones and our jewelry. And it's illegal to give them a flag or you'll get a fine.
Don't give the monkeys anything.
Anyway, I don't know if you're psyching us out or about to have a bad time, but we'll soon find out. Okay, so apparently in Gibraltar you just walk across the landing strip. Half of it's that way, the other half of it's over there. That's the Rock of Gibraltar, and this is all us pedestrians.
Alright, so we are we passed the Gibraltar airport thing, and we're actually, the Rock of Gibraltar's behind us, and there's like a little castle thing on the side above City's head, and yeah. So we're waiting for our hotel host guy, whatever, the Airbnb host to come get us. It turns out that he's on the other side of the border, not the British side, so we're going to go back that way, drop our bags off, and then go into town to get my emergency treatment for my for my leg. Yeah, for my puncture wound, that's right. So yeah, fun, in the sun, all day long. Medic. I'm bleeding out.
Alrighty, we made it into the British part of Gibraltar. Waiting for Kyron to get his tetanus shot from a doctor that my auntie has down for us. Sitting here eating Ben & Jerry's vegan fudge brownie ice cream, which is vegan, non-dairy. Heard of it, I've never seen it yet. So we saw it, we got a whole tub. Obviously, we were hungry, I don't know how we're going to eat it all.
And vegan yogurt.
And what makes it worse is we're eating it with a fork, like a psychopath. But I guess as long as it stays solid, we can do it. Once it melts, you'll have to drink it. And this place is the Wild West, where Spain and England mixes with something like you'd expect the cartel of Mexico to be like. And you pretty much got that.
After the tetanus shot was done, we'd basically given up on doing anything exciting for the rest of the day. So we went and found food and put off going back to our accommodation, which was pretty dodgy.
The following day we caught the bus to the base of the rock where we were going to catch the cable car to the top, although that was not our initial intention.
Alright, so we just took the bus from the Línea de la Concepción to...
Line of Conception?
Yeah, I don't know what they're conceiving, but right. And now we're right near the cable car base station. We're going to go up to the Rock of Gibraltar.
Can we see the cable car?
On the cable car?
It is there, it's just hard to...
I don't think so.
Okay. I know, but the line's there.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's the cables.
You can see where the cables go. It's like... Anyway, yep, continue.
Anyway, so it's super windy today, but really great weather other than that. And we're getting ready to fend off hordes of monkeys. There's monkeys up there.
Thieving monkeys. They reckon they'll take your phone, they'll take your glasses. There's supposed to be 1,000 steps you can walk up.
If you wanted to, but
if you can see behind us, the plan when we set out was to get the 1,000 steps. The plan now is to get the cable car.
Which is across the car
and work harder later to pay it back. Another thing to notice is look at the view behind us. It's really nice, it's hard to see, but like just here, that's a ship just sitting in the harbour.
there's just ships just sitting out there everywhere. Pretty neat. Ryan, anything else?
No. We had a good breakfast of galletas con leche, and that's about it. Now we're excited for a full day.
Oh yeah.
We're on the cable car.
On the cable car.
If you got
Got our
the
ticket.
kids on the seat and that, they're alright to go on the knees, but don't let them stand
50
up.
euros.
If you stop for anything, you know.
£30.
Oh,
34 euros, 25 pounds.
So,
We're going to go see the Moorish castle, a big bridge, a cave,
the monkey,
a skywalk. It's going to be amazing.
and this is the cable car. Quite thin.
Oh,
I think the
Alrighty.
skywalk's neat.
vamos.
10 minutes, let's see what we can see.
I personally love the monkeys and could have spent all day up there watching them. There's such funny interactions. The kids were fighting and playing and piling on, and the parents were sitting around in the sun getting their fleas pulled. It was really fun to watch, but unfortunately we didn't have much time, so we had to move on. Hope you enjoyed these photos.
So, we just came up the skywalk, or on the skywalk trail, up here on the Rock of Gibraltar. We're going up all these steps here, and we're super glad we didn't do the 1,000 steps just to get to this point. We took the cable car up. You can see there's some military, like some old fortresses up on that mountain there, and there's some more modern military establishments on the further peak. And the one we're going up to now, I think, also has some military stuff on it. This was a strong point in the Mediterranean Sea. Half the world's trade ships go through this area, so even modern days it's a pretty important choke point. And back in the day, they put all sorts of artillery cannons and forts and things up here. So, pretty cool, lots of old stuff. We're going to go see some artillery batteries soon.
Okie dokie. We're just heading down the mountain. What goes up must come down.
We just finished at O'Hara's battery.
Which?
Has lots of big guns on it.
2, and then one like spare one laying down that you can take a photo beside.
It's a super old one though.
They were super big. Apparently they can hit the other side.
Yeah, 29,000 yards range, so it's basically 29 kilometers, minus 0.1. Like, yeah. Anyway, so it's like 26 kilometers or something in range, which is pretty awesome. So it can hit the other side of the straits. It can hit Morocco, basically.
I wonder if they've got one over there that can hit back.
Probably not.
But it's amazing to think that every single ship that heads into like the inland Europe has to pass through here. There's no canals anywhere. You've got the Panama one if you want to go through the other side and not have to go around. But I don't think there's any canals here, so every single ship that goes into Europe has to pass through. How many meters is the Strait, Karen?
It's only 13 kilometers.
13 kilometers. 13 kilometer strip, every single boat. We've just seen it. We could see the other side. The conditions weren't great, but we could see it. Photos will show you, they'll be in our vlog, so you'll see, but it's a bit furry.
You can see coast of Africa.
And then the other cool thing was that there's this wall that's the rock. The wind comes in on this side. It seems to cool the air enough that it condenses into a cloud that as it comes over the top, and you'll see this in photos that Karen took, it turns into a cloud.
At super high speed.
So one side of the rock has no clouds, and the other side of the rock has like a cloud stream coming off, like as if it was steam. It just comes off the side.
Yeah, like a jet stream, like comes off a plane.
And so we're on the back side of the rock where there's no wind, and so you can see all of this is cloudy right here, up here, and almost, can you see it coming off? It's like steam. So that was really cool to see. And yeah, so we're gonna go see the caves. It's 11 o'clock. We're supposed to be picking up all our stuff at our accommodation at 12 o'clock, which is not going to happen, but that's fine. This guy seems cool and says we have till 3 o'clock. So we're going to quickly run, see the caves, see what else is on Karen's map, get back, get our stuff. Then we have to get all the way over to
the other side of the Bay of Gibraltar.
The other side of this bay. This is a town called Algeciras. The Spanish say it in a way, especially from around here, that you can't hear half the letters that are in the name. So I don't actually know how to say it properly. But we're going to get over there to get our blah blah car for 5:40
to Granada.
To Granada. So let's finish the mountain, let's see this, and then let's get on our way.
Right, so we're in St. Michael's Cave. This is inside the Rock of Gibraltar, and supposedly it was known by the Romans, and it goes down 700 feet into the rock. They've kind of refurbished the upper caverns here and turned it into a concert hall. This is the last remaining lime kiln in Gibraltar. These ovens were used to produce lime, which is for use in like whitewashing buildings and painting water cisterns to maintain the water free of bacteria. And in times of plague and war, they used the lime to cover dead bodies and mass graves to prevent contamination. The soldiers in the garrison at Gibraltar in the 1800s often spent their time carving graffiti into the walls. We walked through a City Under Siege exhibit which told stories about the famine and challenges Gibraltar faced under numerous sieges over the last few centuries. Talking of sieges, next we went to the Moorish castle, which is an iconic piece of Gibraltar history. Originally of Islamic design, the castle tower has been rebuilt at least once, and was to be the last stand defensive position for the governor if Gibraltar was under siege. There are baths, a chapel, and other general areas, but no long-term accommodation, as this was strictly a defensive building. The castle has some neat features, like a clockwise spiral staircase for a defensive advantage, and a fancy rainwater collection system on the roof, with pipes going down into a cistern built into the bottom of the tower.
Alrighty, Karen, where are we?
We're on an old Moorish castle. We're right at the top, and it's pretty cool. It's got some baths in there and a little chapel, a little Muslim temple.
The whole of Gibraltar is behind us, and the rock is over here. We've walked pretty much from the top down. This is one of our last stops before we have to run and go grab our stuff. But Karen insisted on seeing this. There's a lot of war history here. How many sieges, Karen?
14 sieges.
And they were the Spanish, most of them.
Spanish versus the British, basically,
trying to get
the whole
it back.
time.
Yeah. So, just a quick video of the view from the top of the roof. You see the airport now behind us, and then that's the border just beyond the airport that we're going to cross in a minute. Okay. Okay, we're on the bus too.
We're on the bus to Algeciras. from Gibraltar, from the Linea de Concession, and it's going to be 20 minutes. It costs €2.40 each, and yeah, we've got our bags in the bottom and the hold. Everything here is a bit dodgy, but whatever.
Glad to be going.
It's fun. It's a Wild West.
We've done it. It is a Wild West. We've done it. We're going.
We were happy to get on the bus and have a sigh of relief. Our Airbnb accommodation ended up being a little bit dodgy, so we were glad to leave. The bus trip left us hungry, so at Algeciras we found a great little vegan restaurant named Bougainvillea. Our BlaBlaCar driver met us, and we went on our merry way to continue the adventures in Granada, which will be the subject of our next video blog.
Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next vlog.
Bye!
Bye!
He's already kicked me in the face because he can't handle the bike.
Fucking hell.